Okay, so I'm making a video because, well, I feel like it, and it's right around the time where the buses start to leave the schools, and I want to go grocery shopping, but I don't want to hit the buses coming out of those schools. So I'm gonna dawdle. But I actually was thinking about something. So I've been reading and listening to a whole bunch of different stuff, and it's funny, right? It doesn't matter whether I'm listening to Hermetic principles or, the philosophies of Thoth, I don't know how to say his name, also to Buddhism and other yogi practices. I mean, there's so many different places you can go, and even honestly, people who self-identify as witches. There's some really cool books out there from women who identify as witches from like early 1900s. Anyways, some of these books are really cool. And the one thing I've noticed with all of them is they all talk about the place in between. So the place where no words exist, right? So when you're talking, it's that pause. No words exist in the pause. But yet, you're aware of the pause, you're aware of the nothing, right? Just like you're aware of the stuff in the room, but if there was nothing, like if the room didn't have that empty, open nothingness space, you wouldn't notice the stuff, right? If it was already full of shit and you added more shit, there's more shit. So it's that space, it's that nothingness that allows for things to exist in, right? There's your duality. In order to have a place where something can exist, you have to have something that isn't there, a nothing. Not really a non-existence, more of just a absent of stuff, of any stuff, whether it's absent of thought, absent of an object, absent of words, right? It doesn't matter what your sensory perception is, whether it's mental, metaphysical, you have to have that absence in order to know a presence. And so I thought that was really cool because in order to become present and to be in the now, you literally kind of have to go into that place of absence. That's how you become in the now, because in the place of absence is where you're existing, right? You're existing in that place of nothing, in the abyss, in the void. And the reason why you're existing there and not in the place where all the stuff is because you are everything. You are source energy. You are all of it. You are literally, and this is where people get kind of tripped out, because we are made in God's image or in Source's image or the Creator's image. I don't care what name you want to give it, but it's not a physical, meaty flesh sack form that makes us made in their image. It's that we have the capacity for the same amount of use of energy because we are the same energy as Source. So made in their image is we're supposed to be creative. We're supposed to be curious, right? That's why we were made, is because Source is curious what it was like to experience itself. So it made individualization. So there's like little pieces of it everywhere that can experience itself in a unique way. It wants to experience itself in every single possible way it can. So it needed us to be unique individuals. And this brings me to my next thing, right? So the now is that space in between, the pause, the patience, that abyss, the void, the nothing. When you're practicing being in the now and you want to manifest something, you are Source, you are everything. You are all energy. All energy is you. You have the same capacity as Source to use the energy all around you. It's an ocean of energy that you exist in. That one I actually did read in one of the witch books. It was cool the way she talked about her meditation. Not many meditation, side note, not many meditation teachers will teach you about the expansion and contraction. When you're meditating, your energy, everything has an expansion and contraction. Try that. So for me, when I breathe in, I imagine contraction. I imagine bringing all the stuff I can inside of me that I want. And when I breathe out, I expand. So you can do it however you want. Maybe you can do it the other way too. I don't know. Just that's how it worked for me. But it's an exercise, right? The more you push and pull, the easier it is for your energetic body to start existing and not be so attached to the meaty flesh sack. Because the whole point is to be able to distance ourselves from our avatar, so that we can truly realize and know we are everything. So anyways, you're in the now, and you are source. You are all energy. Manifestation when you're in the now is as easy as thinking about it. Isn't that bananas? Like, as an example, I literally woke up one day, I'm like, I gotta do better with my dog. He's really great with people when we're walking and whatever, but I really have to find a way to get him to be better with other dogs, because he doesn't socialize very well. He's very protective, very dominating, and he was bullied as a puppy, so he bullies back. He thinks that's the way to be. And within minutes, ads, and not just ads, but like training videos and like little stories, right, from other people about training dogs with aggression issues or with dominant issues, and safety issues with bark collars, or what, you know, the humanism of it, blah blah blah. It just started popping in like crazy, right? And then every time I think to myself, oh man, I need to get into better shape, instantly there's all these videos about different exercises and workouts. And you know what's even funnier is, my silly person that I am, I tend to like to click on the ads to see what their clickbait takes me to. I'm always curious about the landing page and how they propagate, right? And I'm actually usually disappointed because it's always with the same template. But occasionally you get one that's like new and interesting, and yeah, I'm nosy that way. I submit all my stuff and then I don't do anything. I just want to see how it works. Anyways, yeah, you can manifest anything when you're in the now just by simply thinking it. And I want to take it one step further, and this is not something where I can do yet. Obviously, this is just a theory I have. It's not something I know how to do. But imagine, there's these stories, okay? I've read a lot of stories from Aboriginal shaman or medicine men, Native American, North American shaman medicine men, and women too, actually. So, but in the stories, something that I found very interesting was when they talked about the exchange of energy, and how one of the shaman could hold up their belt and the belt would become a snake, or they'd pick up what would look like, say, a spoon or a rock, and it could turn into a bird. They were talking about exchanging energy between realities. And even the shaman will tell you that it's not that they created it from nothing, they exchanged it. So it's like a different reality, a different dimension, and they gave something they were holding, right, like the belt, they gave it to the other dimension, and then in return they took the snake, they borrowed it. And usually it all goes back to where it's supposed to be. I don't know, I mean, maybe some people can bring stuff permanently from different realities, but I don't know how that would work. Anyways, so imagine though, having that sense of awareness, that sense, that ability to be able to shift between realities, to exchange energies between realities, and add it to being in the now and knowing that you can manifest anything just by thinking it. You literally could shift into any reality you want. Let's think about it that way, right? So you want to become a singer. It's as easy as thinking it when you're in the now, because all is now. And you don't have to worry about this, that, or that, because your mind isn't going to be with you in the now. The mind is only in the past. This is a cool thing I read listened to the other day, and I'm gonna keep putting this in all my videos. Think about it. When your brain finally perceives something, it's already happened. You can't perceive something that hasn't happened yet with your physical 3D eyeballs, and right? So your perception is always past tense. It's never in the now. And when in the now, your mind doesn't affect you because it can't be in the now. It's always in the past. Isn't that cool? I thought it was so cool. So yeah, that was the whole thing I wanted to tell you guys, was that being in the now means you can literally manifest anything you want just by thinking it, because you're not really thinking it. What's the word? Thinking's not the right word. Because you're it. You're being it. I don't even know how to explain it. It's just, you are it. I don't have words for this, but go into the now. You'll figure it out once you're there, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Maybe you'll have the words for me. Anyways, I'm gonna go get my groceries now. I see kids going home. Talk to you later. Bye.